Hi, my name is Frankie. Thank you for listening to my mom. I never listen.
Well, she's a regular guest on Nothing But Net, and we're so pleased to be joined by the Pepper Persley. Pepper, first thing, how was school today?
Oh, school was good today. I don't have too many academics, so it wasn't stressful. I did end with PE and we had to run like a mile for school. We had to do it every semester. So that was tough, but other than that, it was a pretty good day. Not too much homework.
Um, Not too much homework. You say you don't have much academics. Aren't you still in middle school?
Yes, our schedules are weird, but like I only have like English and then music today, but I don't have any like other homework given classes technically.
Knowing you, Pepper, you're probably already getting some academic credits that will qualify you for college. Is that true? Can you be doing that in seventh grade?
I don't know. I hope so. I think for now it's just like grades, which I'm also working really hard on. But
All right, Pepper. Well, you and I got to be friends while the WNBA was in the bubble in Florida. And that's the first time that I heard your voice on Zoom calls interviewing players and coaches. And I thought, wow, who's this kid on the Zoom that has all these great questions? And then I did a little research and here I found you. It's been a great little friendship we have.
yeah, I love being able to get to know you, have you as a mentor. I think every time I'm watching a game, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Debbie. I get so excited. So
Well, I get excited when I hear all the things that you're doing, and you've done some incredible things. I'm not sure you have a top 10 list yet, but I got to believe you got enough things on your list that you could probably delineate between 1 through 5 and 5 through 10. So tell us some of the wonderful things that you've been able to do as a young broadcaster in sports and around sport and around some other entertainment venues that you've been in.
yeah, it's really tough for me to list them, I think. But this year I did a game that was Toy Story Fun Day Football, which was an experience that unlike anything I've ever done before. I was actually animated. I was in the whole suit. And it was really fun. I think such an interesting way to look at sports and especially football. I think football is a game that's especially complicated, especially for kids who are trying to learn about it. And I think that was such a great opportunity to have kids learn about football in a way that was so much fun. Like honestly, if I wasn't a part of the broadcast, I definitely would have seen that and been like, oh my gosh, like this is like so much fun. I should watch it. And it was. The crew was great behind the scenes and well, not on camera in animation, but it was so much fun. Yeah. So that's sorry, no, go ahead.
No, I just say, didn't you get slimed at one point? Was slime a part of what you were doing?
No, that's for Nickelodeon. This is for like ESPN Disney Plus. So a little bit different, but those games were really fun too. No, I haven't gotten slime before. I would probably be pretty. That would be tough to get out of my hair.
Most kids your age would be thinking about the mouse in terms of going to Disney, but you're actually getting paid by the mouse to do a few things, kind of like we are. Um, what are you enjoy? What do you enjoy the most about what you get to do?
I think I enjoy being able to foster connections with players, people like you, because honestly, that's why I started doing this because players and athletes inspired me so much, and I wanted to be able to highlight them. And knowing that they really appreciate me being there asking questions, and the fact that that goes both ways, I think means a lot. And being able to share my opportunities with my friends and family and hopefully inspire any kids or anybody who's watching, I think all of that means a lot to me.
We have watched you grow up, Pepper. I mean, you're a mature young woman for a young lady, and you just continue to amaze folks like me and others with some of the opportunity that you get. Uh, when you are trying to decide about what jobs you may want to take or what things you think you can handle, how much do your parents help you with all of that?
Oh, my parents helped me a lot, even with like not with journalism, with my extracurricular schedule. They helped me schedule that so I'm not like overbooked because obviously school still comes first. So if I have a lot of homework and maybe I can't make it to practice tonight, like that's always a priority. Um, I do a lot more of my work in the summer when I don't have school, which I really like having that. And a lot of being in New York City, living there makes things a lot easier because there are a lot of events that I go to like right after school, or I miss like a couple classes versus having to fly out somewhere, which might take more time. And we do pick and choose the events that I would miss school for, but I think the ones that I have in the past and are really special, and my school and my friends and my teachers all completely understand, and I'm really also really good about making up work, so it ends up being okay. I think it's usually really worth it.
Well, it's definitely great to have that communication with your school teachers and administration so that you can do some of the things that you want. They're just absolutely exceptional. How's your basketball team doing?
We're doing good. I have practice tonight. My coach just started up this league, and so far we're 3-0, which is really exciting. We have a triple header on Friday night, which I'm looking forward to. But we had our first games on Sunday, so yeah, I'm really happy with our team right now. I think we've been finally like getting to the place where you can tell we've been playing together for a while, and I really love our team and like a couple of new additions. But so far we have like a core group, and I think we're doing really well. I think we play really well together.
I know you mimic some broadcasters in the way you prep and who you follow and what you watch, but what about players with your game on the court? What position are you playing? What players do you really like to watch? You know, who do you learn the most from?
I think right now I'm mainly a shooting guard. I'll bring the ball up sometimes, but we have a point guard who I love. I think there are a lot of players I kind of take a little bit from everybody. One of the biggest players I think I watch in terms of just like moves and in-game things is Jewel Lloyd. I love her game. So does my dad, who actually was the first person. He's like, you should watch her more. And I think her form is incredible, shooting wise, and that's always something to look for. 'Cause I feel like a lot of different shooters who are like really good shooters shoot like differently, but she shoots very similarly to the way I do. Um, that's a good question.
She's a good player to pick. I mean, she
Yeah.
can score in all three levels. She's got a great jumper. She's quick and athletic off the bounce. She can get to the free throw line. I mean, I can go on and on about Jules' game. She's absolutely amazing, and she has a really good chance of making the Olympic team. I saw where one of your goals is to cover the Olympics in Paris. How's that going?
It's going. Hopefully I'll be there. I'm not quite sure yet, obviously, but it's definitely been one of my biggest dreams and goals, and I think we're getting there.
I had a chance to go to the Olympics in 2012 and cover them for Westwood One Radio. That was fun. It's fun to be in the Olympic Village, and I know you would have a great experience if you got to do that. Okay, so let's tell everybody a little bit about who you are, Pepper, because I should have started with it like this. I mean, you're not just a basketball person. You do like other sports, and you do have a full schedule of other extracurricular activities. What else are you doing besides playing hoops?
Yeah, so obviously the journalism work. I play softball. Right now we're out of season, obviously. It's like freezing cold and raining all the time. But in the fall and the spring I play softball. I do taekwondo. I'm a black belt in taekwondo. And I really like aside from like things that I actually like spend my time doing, I really like listening to music and spending time with my friends and family. So that's like a little bit about me, yeah.
Aren't you playing a little instrument too? Do you have some
Oh
music?
yeah. No, yeah. I play the guitar. It's actually back there.
Now,
Yeah.
now you're playing the guitar.
Yeah, I was playing the violin before, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love you are a little Renaissance kid. I love that you got all those things going. Okay, I was fortunate enough to receive a copy of your new book and I read it and it's outstanding.
Thank you.
I love the little journey that you have taken us all through on how you have been able to build your career, but also you've already faced some adversity. Tell us a little bit about some of the adversity that you have faced, Pepper, and tell us your story and what you want to do with your book to help other people.
Right. So my book, Not to Anything, which is a children's book, is focuses on my journey as a broadcaster, but also my journey through recovering from being bullied, which is difficult for any kid or adult to go through at any age. But going through that in second grade, I think was really difficult for me. And once I can tell you the story of what actually happened, right? So I had classes like in second grade, right? Your 3 classes, basically, I think it was at my school, and then everybody in that class is who you're with all the time. And not a lot of my friends were in my class, which was pretty unfortunate. And so obviously the best idea seems like to make new friends. So that's what I did. And these 2 girls that I was with a lot had this they were like these small moments where I would say something, oh yeah, like I'm going to soccer practice. And they were like, oh, like soccer? And like, oh yeah, I want to dress up as a Marvel character for Halloween. Like, are you sure you don't want to be like a witch or something? Like these little remarks that as a second grader you don't really think much of. And then it kind of tipped over when they were hanging out without me, which is a little concerning looking back at, and they basically were like, oh yeah, we'll get you something from so you don't feel left out. And they basically left me this letter filled with awful things, like I'm too bossy, and the worst of it was like being too athletic, which from the athletes I've talked to and kind of thinking about it now is a compliment, because I love being an athlete and that's something I'm really proud of, and being too athletic to you is just athletic enough to a lot of people. And but in that moment, that was like, that really hurt. And I was like, this really sucks. I tried to hide it from my parents, which didn't work out. But in that moment, I feel like I just felt like I wasn't appreciated for being who I am, which is really difficult. And I kind of decided after overcoming that I don't want anybody else to feel like that. So I did this interview series of different athletes asking about their experiences with bullying. And after kind of doing that, I was like, okay, I call that not too athletic. And so, and then I had the publishers who worked with me, Young Authors Publishing, reach out and were like, would you be interested in writing a book? And immediately I was like, I should focus on bullying, because I think that's a topic that is not talked about a lot, because it happens more at this age. I think kids don't often have the opportunity to tell their story. And I was like, if this can be helpful to anybody, people being bullied, people who just watching, the bullies themselves, parents, teachers, anything, I would love for me to be able to use my platform in that way. So that's a part of what the book focuses on. It also focuses on how I overcame that and what I do now, which I also think is really important. Yeah, and it was an amazing experience writing it.
I think you're an amazing young woman and with a brilliant career. And every time I interview you, I feel like you have grown and changed and really put yourself on a trajectory that's going to be really fun to follow and watch. The book's coming out January 30th. Thank you for letting me have an advance copy of it, getting a chance to watch, to read it. And I learned something about you that I didn't know, Pepper. So I think that's really amazing that you were able to put your story together and frame it in such a way that it could help so many people. I know that's an important thing that you and your family talk about a lot, is trying to help other people. What do you want people to, if you could give it like one or two things that you want people to learn from your book and why they should buy it, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for kids of all ages to learn about what bullying is like, going through it from a kid who experienced that not that long ago, actually. I think it's a great resource for kids who are going through similar things. It's a great resource for kids who are bullying for whatever reason. I think it's also a great resource for parents and teachers who might need to be able to help that. And I think from hearing a story from a kid who is successful to another kid, I think is really inspiring. I loved reading books when I still love reading books, but when I was reading children's books, I loved them. I have so many on my shelf. And I just hope that this story can be something that can inspire kids, and also just be a story that they can be impacted by and they can remember.
Pepper, the message is great. The illustration of the book is outstanding. Where can people find it?
Yeah, so it's available for pre-order right now. It's out January 30th, and you can order it anywhere you order books. On Amazon is probably the easiest place to get it.
Well, I hope all of our viewers and listeners will check it out at Amazon. And if you have a young person in your life, this would be a great story for you to share with them, for them to share with their friends, because I think there's a great message in it. And even, you're right, no matter what age you are, you can be bullied. Even professionals get bullied. So I think it's a message for everyone, not just little kids. So I'm so grateful that you shared it. Is there anything else for the good of the cause that you'd like to share about either your career or school, or any advice that you want to pass on, or why you want to buy your book?
Yeah, I want to thank the illustrator Jessica Jones, who, like you said, did an amazing job, and the publishing company, and also my parents, who have been really amazing with me through this whole process. None of us knew what it was like to write a book, and we're not really prepared for it. But through the writing process, they've been a really big help to me, and promoting it as well. And yeah, I would say that I hope people will buy the book. I'm really excited about it and being able to share my story in this way, because I don't often get to focus on the importance of anti-bullying in the way that I hoped. And so being able to take this opportunity to do that is really important to me. So I hope people can be inspired and impacted by the story.
the harder you work, the larger your platform becomes, and the more opportunities you get to share this incredible message, Pepper. We're so glad that on Nothing But Net, we could have you on again to share your story, and we just love watching what you're doing. So keep it up.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for wanting to highlight my story in the book.